culture.
Support hot culture. Keep watching. Be there. All time. Babylon. All right.
My sister's part of that plan to establish that kingdom right here on this land. The father I speak of is not a spook. He's an African, like you and me. And believe me when I tell you that I've met him personally. He lives right here inside, my sisters, and the brothers too. And if you listen hard enough, then you will hear him coming through. Sometimes the noise is loud and it's very hard to tell. But let me tell you, in a dirty place, the Creator cannot dwell. So release all that is locked in the temple that is you. And to yourself, you know, you should always be true. I'll finish as I started. I was lost, but now I'm found. I may exit before the last act, but I will certainly do us proud. Got halfway home, didn't quite reach the motherland, but I did find Jamaica, and I sat upon the sand that knew the feet of heroes like Garvey, Bogle, Kuja, and the sister called Nani. And that's where I met my spirit, beside the Caribbean Sea. Thank you.
As I said, before we opened the floor today, we said a little prayer, and one thing is, that you go away from here, different as to when you entered, and hopefully you took something away that can transform you, maybe a seed or something, that you can plant into your own communities for excellence, for success. And I don't know about you, but certainly I've, just for the conversations I've had here, I've learned so much, even more than the research, that I put into the program. So just to close the floor now, just going to say a few words I've prepared here. And again, I think this goes on to what Athel's poem touched on. Perfection for possession. To put the strong and the weak. Sorry. It's not about having. If you don't have control and authority, but you can plant seeds in places where you do have that authority, which is the home, which is the family, which is places of community. We can turn situations that were once a disgrace into something positive. We can start to change situations of hopelessness into that of hope, and we can take all of those things that we need, that we challenge every day, just by reflection. We can look at our limitations and we can turn them into expansive things. All power belongs to God. So whatever struggles we have gone through previously, whatever narratives we face, yes, in the West or in the UK or as a non-traditional audience, all power belongs to God. So he should be that we should have that conversation with him before we start saying we can't or we cannot. So I'd like to now pass the mic on to Althea Smith. Please, ma'am. Conversations another time, we can put it on another place. I don't need the mic. We can put it on another place and continue, even have another session here. For my 12-month in tenure, I will do anything. I will try anything. So it's great to see you all here today. I didn't just excel in politics just like that. It was very difficult. And one of my other colleagues was here. She's left now. She's Councillor Dixon File. She's a cabinet member for Children's Service at present. It's a difficult task. You have to keep doors. You have to knock people. Don't forget the ones behind. Yes. Because you see, there's a saying say, you see ripe breadfruit? When ripe breadfruit splatter, it's splatter, you know? Yes? And it's splatter bad. So therefore, on your way up, the ones you're going to take on your way up, remember them on the way you're coming down, because you might get up there quick, but you come down faster. Yes. So what I'm here is to say that said, we all need to work together. And we all need to say, when we get to a position, don't forget our next door neighbor. Don't forget our children's next door neighbor's children. Try to encourage them to do something positive. On Saturday, I was in Blackfriars station. Blackfriars at a young people's event. And a young man came, he did a lovely jump performance. And after he finished, and they tried to interview him, and he said, I should be happy. The borough that I live in is at Olympic City. I'm sad. And he burst out crying. And everybody said, why are you sad? He said, my friend is dead. He was the one that killed in Westfield last week. I ran on the stage, Grace Adowa, whose son was killed as well. We ran on the stage and we consoled him. And his mom was in the audience, and he came and he sat with me for the rest of the performance. And then when they called for so we call it altar call in the Caribbean or Jamaica, he said, should I go? I said, yes, you have to go. He said, can I come and live with you? I said, why? He said, I don't want to live in Neom no more. They're going to kill me. But it so happened, I had a letter from his peer mentor this morning to say he's in France on the end of the month. But when he comes back, most likely he will have to come and live in Southwark. Maybe not in my house, but he will live somewhere in Southwark. But it's to show you that, say, that young man, I don't know him. It's the first time I met him. Yes? His mom was there, but he felt, because the way I spoke to him, he felt that I shared something with him. I cared about him. And he felt that, said, he didn't want to live in Neom anymore. Now, the reason I'm telling you that is to say that, said, we are our brother's keeper.